Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, where these fans have been getting prepared to cheer on a whole pack of Badgers since early in the morning. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Ducks will kick it away first. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Wisconsin Badgers return team will have that offense backed up. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Badgers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Finds his tight end. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mind.
Touchdown, Oregon! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here.
Afterburners coming. At the 30. He's at the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. At the 35, he's got room. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do.
Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown Ducks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. And that pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. The 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Badger. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone. Eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. A full dive to haul that one in. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He looks that one in nicely. Tackled immediately after the catch. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this offense here halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down. It's a bit of an interesting choice. You could break the tie with the field goal, but worst case scenario, you don't convert on 4th down, they're backed up in their own end. He's going for the touchdown, and he will not get there on 4th down. They wax that dude, and it's a turnover on downs. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. Offense gets set for 2nd down. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the tailback. They stripped it out. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. The offense comes out 1st and 10 from the 11. Off the RPO, complete. Across the 25, he's got room. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Badgers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Sims. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on 1st down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll put the tight end in motion. To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
They'll try the run. Running with power. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
He was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball.
And incomplete on the deep ball. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they've taken the lead. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped.
He wants to go deep. He's got it at the 30, the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon! And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to the Coyotes. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Badgers want to crank the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sims. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. And they got him for the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
To the ground with the back. Hard running there. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. They believe they can run right here. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Bulls his way forward. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. They want to run it left here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but just snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. From the 22 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks the tackle. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. And the Ducks are threatening in the red zone. They'll leave it with him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Give to the running back. And he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also...
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick 6, but he needs to be more accurate.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He's got great speed. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practiced this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it...
Going to take a shot at this DB. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific atmosphere there in Madison. Each of these 2 offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these 2 passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They opened this 3rd quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. The give to the back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Pocket starts to collapse. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Ducks will hustle to the line.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be
going for it all. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Ball hasn't hit the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have not had the answer with respect to defending the pass in this game.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Castillo. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Castillo. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14. And the Ducks have pushed it inside the 20. The give on the inside. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Leaves it with the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Power ahead. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Oregon 42, Wisconsin 17.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he's stopped at the 14. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Gets it out fast. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team able to wrestle. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
And here comes the offense on second down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Snap from the gun on third down. Showing the arm strength to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that third and short.
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Going to try to pop one on the screen. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
That makes the score Oregon 49, Wisconsin.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Nice play. And this running back showing you why he truly is a 3-down back. He's not just dangerous running the football between the tackles or blocking, but he can also catch the ball. When you get this guy the football in space in the perimeter of the field, he's got the wiggle, he's got the power to break tackles from the secondary. That's why this guy has an opportunity to play at the next level.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. From the gun, the ground game. They knock him down at the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that will be enough for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now they're going to throw it. Got the quick pass. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Ultimate grab and go for the score. And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a pass from 40 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. The inside handoff. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The play action fake. Steps away to find some room. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Line gets set, first down. Looking to move it through the air. Snares it outside, it's Walls. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Flowers.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Caught near the sticks. It's Sims. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Badgers are moving quickly down the field. He'll just keep slinging it. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. Ball is loose. Oh, looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And he was under so much duress on that play. You saw him scrambling, trying to buy time, doing everything he can to keep the play alive. But the defense just kept coming in waves, and he got a little bit downfield before they finally knocked it out and jumped on that fumble.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Got his man quickly. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. Did a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Quickly complete. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll go to the ground. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Got it! Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Oregon, 56.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
One of my coaches always used to say, don't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. Sometimes you just got to throw the football away. Sometimes you got to tuck the football down and run. QB standing back in the pocket.
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. Oregon, 63. Wisconsin.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Badgers decide to punt it away. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to...
Heaves it into trouble, and he finds trouble with the pick. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably wouldn't quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Hey, it's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance. And I mean, you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. You got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle. They did right there.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off.
Intercepted by Oregon. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Look at it this way. The field position is awful, but Opportunity to pile up a lot of stats because there are a lot of yards in front of them. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. They're working that left side. Open space at the 25. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. And the Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. Quick pass on the fly motion. The Ducks get enough for the 1st down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, Oregon.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. He's got it inside the 15. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that